Hi guys, thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to be talking about cast iron care, and this video is by request. I've had several of you contact me and express an interest in knowing how I care for my cast iron. I use my cast iron almost daily and I absolutely love it. But apparently there is a fear out there of using cast iron. And honestly, it's really not hard to take care of, and hopefully I'll be able to put your fears to rest today and you'll get that out. As a matter of fact, I know at least one of you have a hand-me-down piece, and I think that that is so cool to be able to hand down cookware from one generation to the next. It's really nice because every time you use it, you think of the loved one who gave it to you. And cast iron will last a lifetime if you care for it. And like I said, it's not hard, and I'm going to show you. As you can tell, I have just a few pieces of it, which shows how much I enjoy using it. But the ones that I use most often are my skillets. I have a 10-inch and a 12-inch skillet that I use almost daily. And then my other favorite is my enameled cast iron Dutch oven. It is wonderful for making soups and stews, and I use it a lot in the wintertime. So, the first thing you need to know is the main enemy of cast iron is water and moisture. So you never want to leave it wet because that will cause it to rust. So you always want to, after you use it, you're going to want to clean it and make sure that it's thoroughly dry. And I'll show you my little trick for doing that. And then the other thing that you need to know is the best way to care for it is to just use it, because the more you use it, the better it gets, and it loves being used. All of my cast iron is by Lodge, and they do show you on their website how to care for it. I pretty much follow their instructions with the addition of an extra step that I do that I think helps to keep it in the best shape possible. One of the things that people think about cast iron is you can't use soap to clean it, and that's not true. You can totally use a mild detergent to clean it. The other thing people think about cast iron is you can't use it for acidic foods. That's not necessarily true. I know Lodge cast iron comes pre-seasoned, and they do say that you should use it for a while before to really make sure you've got a good seasoning on your cookware before you use it for acidic foods. But once you've used it for a while, it's totally safe for cooking tomatoes and things that are high in acid. So you can put that fear to rest. Just make sure that you use it for a while before you do that, and that you have a really nice seasoning on there. But if you use it daily, that's not an issue. So let's see what else. If you do make a mistake and it does get wet and it starts to rust, it's not a problem. All you have to do is thoroughly clean it, put a layer of oil all over it, put it in a 350-degree oven for an hour, and let that seasoning bake back on there. So cast iron is really indestructible. You just have to reseason it, and it's not a big deal. So what I'm going to do now is I have a skillet that's pretty dirty. I cooked bacon in it, so I'm going to bring you in close over to my sink and show you how I clean it. Okay, hopefully you guys can see everything. I tried to bring it in close enough that you can see. So the first thing you want to do is remove all the chunky stuff left in your whatever cookware you're using. In this case, it's my skillet. So I took my skillet over to the trash can and scooped out all of the bacon grease. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to you want to use a nylon brush or a nylon scraper. This one is from Lodge. It has a little bit of a flat edge on the opposite side that you can scrape the pan, and then it has a nylon bristle brush on the other side. You can use any nylon bristle brush. You just don't really want to use anything metal. You don't want to scrape off that seasoning. You just want to clean it. So what I do is I just turn my water on. I use hot water, and then I use a little bit of soap, and I just scrub my pan just like you would scrub any other pan. We're not doing anything too special here. I just want to make sure that all of the grease is off of it, or whatever I was cooking. And I give it a good rinse. And then Lodge's instructions are to just dry it with a towel, and then you're going to put a layer of cooking oil on it. Whatever kind of cooking oil that you use is totally fine. I tend to use canola simply because it's inexpensive. You don't want to use an expensive oil. At least I don't. I don't want to use an expensive oil to re-season my pan. But you can tell that the seasoning is still intact, but there's no more bacon grease. There's no more bits in there. It's totally smooth, just as clean as any other pan I would use would be. So now I'm going to bring you over to my stove and show you the next step. Okay, not too hard so far, right? We haven't done anything different that you wouldn't do to any other pan. So the next thing I do to make sure that mine is completely dry, and like I said, Lodge just says to just wipe it down with a towel, make sure it's dry, and then re-oil it. I like to make sure it's super dry. So I turn my heat onto high on my stove and make sure that all the water has evaporated from my pan. And you can hear it sizzling there. Okay, once my pan is thoroughly dry, the sizzling will stop. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to add a layer of oil to re-season from where we've cooked. So what I do, and your pan's going to be super hot, so you want to be careful, and you're just going to put in about a tablespoon or so of oil, and then I just take a paper towel and move it all around to make sure all the surfaces are covered. All around the edge, the sides. And then what I do is I let that sit. My stove is still on high, and let it come up to the smoke point. And once it starts to smoke, I turn the heat off and then I let it cool. And you can see it was really hot, so it's starting to smoke. So I just turn my heat off. And then even though the bottom's nice and dry and the bottom really doesn't matter, I do lift it up and do the sides and do a little bit on the bottom with what was left, with the oil that was left on my paper towel. And that is it. That is not hard at all. And now your cookware is ready for the next time that you want to use it. Now, the enameled cookware is a little bit different because it is coated in enamel. Obviously, that's why they call it enamel coated. There still is some cast iron that is around the edge, and that will rust if you don't keep it dry. So with it, I just clean it like you saw me clean my skillet, and your enamel is going to discolor. I don't care what you do, it will discolor. Lodge does state that you can use some bleach on it, but to me it's futile to do that, because if you use it very much, it's still going to stain a little bit. So I use baking soda sometimes so it doesn't scrape. I don't scratch my enamel. If I can't get everything off with my nylon bristled brush, I will use some baking soda and scrub it out a little bit. It also helps with the discoloration. Lodge does state that you can put a little bit of bleach in the bottom of it, but it's futile to do that. So and I'll show you, see mine is stained, but I don't care. It just means it's well loved. So you just want to, and the enameled stuff you don't ever want to heat without something in it. So it either has to have water or oil or something in it. So you don't want to dry it the way that you saw me dry the skillet. So I hand dry it, make sure the edges are completely dry because they will rust. And I really you don't need seasoning on the edges. You just want to make sure they're dry, so I don't use any oil or anything on the edges of this. And your enameled stuff does come with little rubber bumpers that you can put around the edges of it for storing it. I don't usually mess with that because it's kind of a hassle to put all those little rubber bumpers on there. So I usually just drape a paper towel across the top of it and then put my lid on upside down, and I store it that way. Now, a word about storage. Obviously, we want to keep it where it's not moist. So I either keep mine in my oven, or I have a warming drawer that's in the bottom of my oven that's full of all my cast iron. I don't use it for anything else, so it's perfect for storage. So I just reseason it, let it cool, and then I store it down there, or like I said, in the oven. I use my skillets so much that I usually just store them in the oven because it's easy, and then when I want to use my oven, I take them out and put them on top of my stove. So I think that's pretty much it. It's really simple, and like I said, it'll last forever if you care for it, and really the only enemy of it is water. So, it'll just cause it to rust. It's not ever ruined. All you have to do is just scrub it up really well and reseason it. And like I said, reseasoning is easy. Just thoroughly clean it, like I just said, and like you watched me do, clean it like that with soap and water, thoroughly dry it, put a coating of oil on it, and put it in your oven on 350 degrees for an hour. It's not hard. And cast iron is just, it's great for cooking. I love it. And the more seasoned your surface gets, it'll be non-stick for you. So you can use it for just about anything. So I hope that puts all of your fears to rest. I want you to use your cast iron. It's a blessing to have it, especially if you have a hand-me-down piece. I just think that that's super great. And like I said, there's a lot of memories in those pans, and you can't say that about a lot of the pans that we buy today, right? They last, I don't know, maybe 10 years, and then if they're nonstick, the coating starts coming off, and I've been through so many sets of pans. And then when I decided to go with, I do use stainless steel a lot. You'll see those in my videos, and my cast iron, and that's what I use. And those two types of cookware will last forever. You just have to take care of them. And like you saw, it's not hard. So I hope you'll get your cast iron out and start using it. If you have any questions or comments about using cast iron, if I haven't made something clear, please feel free to leave me a comment in the comment section. And yeah, thanks for watching, you guys, and get that cast iron out and use it. And I'll see you next time. Have a great day.